Gopi Janavallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yashodanandana Prajajanarandana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Ajaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Tuja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Tuja Bihari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Shiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam very sweet father. This is the very means of conquest. Sapareshu Abhadreshu Yam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishiki That was an irrevocable fact. Ajnana Timarambasya Kananjana Shalakaya Chashurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aswami Dharma Sapinars and Masvichuna Aswapana Aswapana Alvarez Fruitfully Vacharam Manvanankarteyim Yatrikatam Samanye Shri Guru Vinatayanam Hare Krishna. I'm just opening up a little package here. This is a gift from Braj Vallabha. Pardon me? Braja. Braj Val. Balak. Can you write it down for me? Okay, and this is to go somewhere in the temple, right? I guess. Thank you very much. Should I keep going for this? We'll see what it is. Okay, bubble paper. That's what it is, bubble paper. Arr. It's nice to be with you all again, Prabhu.
It's so nice to be back.
Oh, we love it here. I don't want to go back to Godhead, I just want to stay here. Okay, so here it is. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Wow. It's a nice style. Thank you. You've got taste, man. Okay, I have a good idea where it's going to go. Do you have a special spot?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you in on this together? Well, that's not going to be safe there. Just want to put it somewhere. Beautiful. I love the colors. Okay, before we get started, when I was in Paris, I waited there for a few hours to get the next flight to Toronto, and I just wrote a poem in regards to the bombing that's going on. I was delayed for 2 days because of this the missiles going up in the air. So here it is. Do I do something with this guy here? Just keep it there? That way. Okay. Okay. I have, this may not be a final title, but it's Response to the Rages. Okay? On this Guru Purnima day, I offer this poem. There is a major unrest in the globe. Public air travel has somewhat slowed, replaced by war missiles in the sky at a speed that defies species that fly. Hatred has escalated to a major peak, reducing mountains to a level that's meek. Such rages arise from a misidentification. Perceiving spirit as self is clarification. The mammoth lie is to say the body is me, when sticky attachments do not permit one to see. But who wants a pat answer to any problem? Simplistic, unscientific sentiments are unwelcome. What if we try to tame the mind, or what if trying to tame the mind applies, where misunderstandings have their goodbyes? I'm not suggesting to abolish brute defense. That would absolutely make no sense. Cool heads can invoke a pleasant surprise. Through proactive dialogue comes compromise. Repetitiousness is history's specialty. Let that soul express its naked reality and declare, I was, I am, I will be, I give, I live, I forgive, and am free. Rages do persist and spill into the next gen. Contempt knows no end, no exhaustion. Warriors do tire out at a point in time. The new gen picks it up and maintains the sword's shine. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we're looking at Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and it's the 10th canto, chapter 20, the rainy season and autumn in Vrindavan. Is that right? That's it? Chapter 21, so we're moving over, okay? What verse is it then?
Maharaj, we are reading from 1 to 8 and focusing on 7.
1 to 8 and doing 7. Okay, so everybody's ready for the read?
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Shukadeva Goswami said, thus the Vrindavan, the forest, was filled with transparent autumnal waters and cooled by breezes perfumed with the fragrance of lotus flowers growing in the clear lakes. The infallible Lord, accompanied by his coward boyfriends, entered that Vrindavan of forest. The lakes, rivers, and hills of Vrindavan resounded with the sounds of maddened bees and flocks of birds moving about the flowering trees. In the company of the cowherd boys and Balaram, Madhupati, Sri Krishna, entered that forest, and while herding the cows, he began to vibrate his flute. When the young ladies in the village of Raj heard the song of Krishna's flute, which arouses the influence of Cupid, Some of them privately began describing Krishna's qualities to their intimate friends. The cowherd girls began to speak about Krishna, but when they remembered his activities, O king, the power of Cupid disturbed their minds, and thus they could not speak. Wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, blue incarnate flowers on his ears, a yellow garment as brilliant as gold, and the Vaijayanti garland, Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers as he entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. O king, when the young ladies in Braj heard the sound of Krishna's flute, which captivates the minds of all living beings, they embraced one another and began describing it. The girls said, "O friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons are certainly fortunate." As these two sons enter the forest, surrounded by their friends, driving the cows before them, they hold their flutes to their mouths and glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavan. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater upon which their garlands rest, and decorating themselves with peacock feathers, lotuses, lilies, newly grown clusters of flower buds, shine forth magnificently among the assembly of flowered buds. They look just like the best of dancers, appearing on dramatic stage, and sometimes they sing. Hare Krishna. So we're looking at number 7. Shri Gopya Shri Gopya Uchu Asangvatam Balam Idam Naparam Vidama. We could probably do this a different way, you know. Sanjatam Palamidam Naparam Vidama. Sakya Pashun Anuvivesha Yator Vayas Yahai. Vaktram Vrajesha Sutayor Anavenu Jushtam. Yairva Nipitam Anurukta Viktakshamoksham. Shri Gopya Uchu.
Aksharvata phalamidam na param vidama.
Pashun anuvisheshayator vyasayasyai.
Sakya Pashun Anivisheshayator Vyasyai.
Vruktram Vrajesha Shukayor Anuvenu Jushtam.
Patram Vashesha Sutayo Anavenu Jushtam.
Yarvam vitam anurata kata shamusham.
Yaravani Vitam Anurakta Katakshaya Mocham. Shambatam Palamidam Navaram Vidama.
Sakya pashun anuvisheshayator vyasayasyai.
Sakya Pashun Anivisheshayator Vyasyai. Vaktram Vrajesha Sutayo Navenu Jushtam.
Yairvani pitam anurakta katakshamoksham.
Yairvani Pitam Anurakta Katakshamoksham.
Shri Gopya Uchu.
Gopya Uchu. And
Aksharvatam phalamidam na param vidama.
Akshandatam palam idam na param vidama. Sakya Pashun Anivivisheshayor Yasyai. Vakram Prajesha Turiyor Anavenu Jushtam. Yayana Vipitam Anurakta Kataksha Moksham.
Shri Gopya Uchu. Akshar Vatam Palamidam na param vidama.
Akshandatam palamidam na param vidama.
Sakya Pashun Anuvi Vesha Yator Vayasyahe.
Sakya Pashun Anivisheshayor Yasyai.
Vaktram Rajesha Sutayor Navenu Jushtam.
Vakram Prajesha Sutayor Anavenu Jushtam. Yaravai Nipitam Anurakta Kataksha Moksham. Akshandatam palam idam na param vidama. Pashun Anivivisheshayor Yasyai. Vakram Rajesha Sutayor Anavenu Jushtam. Yayana Nipitam Anurakta Kataksha Moksham.
Akshvatam Phalam Idam na param vidama.
Akshandatam palam idam na param vidama. Sakya Pashun Anivivisheshayor Yasyai. Vakram Prajesha Sutayor Anavenu Jushtam. Yayana Nipitam Anurakta Kataksha Moksham. Thank you very much. Haribol, everyone. Shri Gopya Uchuhu. The gopis said, Akshanvatam, of those who have eyes, Palam, the fruit, Idam, this, na, not, Param, other, Vidamaha, we know, Sakyaha, O friends, Pashun, the cows, Anavivishayat, the whole, causing to enter one forest after another, Vayasyahai, with their friends of the same age, Bhaktaram, the faces, Vraja Isha, of Maharaj Nanda, Sutayaho, of the two sons, Anuvena Jushtam, possessed of flutes, Yahai, by which Va, or Nipitam, imbibed, Anurakta, loving, Kata Aksha, lances, Moksham, giving off, translation. The cowherd girls said, O friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj are certainly fortunate, as these two sons enter the forest, bound by their friends, driving the cows before them. They hold their flutes to their mouths, glance lovingly upon the residents of Vrindavan. For those who have eyes, we think there is no greater object of worship. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay, great. This translation is quoted from Srila Prabhupada's, this is his devotees, okay? Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 4, 155. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented as follows. The gopis meant to say, "O friends, if you simply remain in the shackles of family life in this
material
world, what will you ever get to see? The Creator has granted us these eyes. So let us
see
the most wonderful thing there is to
see Krishna.
the
Gopis,
we're aware that their
beloved,
their mothers or other elder persons might
see
hear. See? Are you speaking Spanish? See? Okay. Hear their romantic words and disapprove. And thus they said, Akshan Vatang Palam. To
see Krishna.
is the
Gul.
is the what? Gul?
Gul.
Goal.
Gul. Gul.
Goal. Oh. Goal.
Gul.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Goal.
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 Okay. Arriba. All right. Okay, to see Krishna is the goal for all persons and not simply ourselves. In other
Words.
the gopis indicated that since
Krishna.
is the supreme object of
Love.
for every,
One.
why couldn't they also
Love.
him in spiritual
Words.
ecstasy? According to the acharyas, a different gopi spoke this and each of the following verses through text 19. Stay tuned. Cliffhanger. Haribol. Okay, so Haribush Krishna, everyone. I might have mentioned to you before that this is the first story that was read to me from Krishna book by a devotee back in 1972, Christmas time. It was B.B. Govinda Swami. His name was the Yojapati at the time. And after he read it, I thought, well, whoever's wrote this story, made up the story, they got really a colorful imagination. Okay? All right. So there is something very poetical and colorful about this. One gopi is just, or several gopis are speaking their minds, you know. And it's always good to hear the mind of a devotee, you know, because the devotee, you know what's on a devotee's mind, you know. Sadaivana Krishna Padara Vindeo. Krishna's on his mind, right? So therefore, Krishna's on his mind, or service to Krishna is on his mind. A lot of the things that the devotees exchange amongst themselves here, it's not about Krishna directly, because if I do catch people talking about Krishna too much, I'm going to think, you're Sahaja, aren't you? But if we do hear devotees talk about how to serve Krishna nicely, you know, things related to service, how to make improvements, then I can say that that's very genuine. What are the girls saying here? What are the gopis saying? They're addressing their two heartthrobs. In Vrindavan, there are two guys that they're interested in, and that is Krishna and Balaram, okay? Together they share the same kind of attention, and it's not a question of who's getting more attention. When we were young, we grew up with the Beatles, and everyone had to pick one out of the four that was your favorite, you know? And of course, Paul McCartney was the cute one. John Lennon was the one who was married. George Harrison was the serious one, the most spiritual one. And Ringo was just kind of clownish. Okay. So, but people used to choose which one you liked the best. So it would be your pick between Krishna and Balaram. And it's not really a big competitive thing. It's just, if you like both, that's fine. That's okay. Remember in the story of the Ramayana, when Shurpanaka, her husband died, it was an accident. Ravana had released an arrow and someone accidentally killed his brother-in-law. So, knowing Shurpanaka, she was a little bit feisty, but she was, her mission was, I have to find another husband. So when she got to the forest in Danyakaranya, she saw two people that she was really interested in, but it was Ram first. She just, she saw him through the bushes, and of course there were two other people there, but she was really interested in Ram. Oh, she's, kind of like flirting like anything, and she made some suggestions. How about we go out and have go for a conjugal walk or something like that, And then Ram, who took her, he was teasing with her actually, and he said, well, that's very nice of you to say those things, but I'm already taken. I'm already married to Sita, okay? My lovely wife over here. And Shurpanaka, she didn't like that. Then Ram goes, but I have a brother. And his name is Lakshman. He's not taken. So then she starts to flirt with him. Oh yeah, you are a hunk, whatever it would be the term, And then Lakshman didn't take too kindly to her because she just didn't have the looks, And he said, well, you wouldn't want to hang around with me because I'm just a servant. You don't want to get connected with a servant, like a humble guy. You really should reconsider and go back to Ram here. I mean, he's the guy in charge around here. He's the head honcho. I'm just using modern day terminology, right? So then she goes to, then she looks back at Ram, and then she picks up on that they're teasing her. She didn't like that at all. But her mindset was, if I could eliminate this woman here, then I can have both of these guys. Those were her thoughts. So she got quite aggressive, and with her tease, she turned into like a vampiress, and then started to get at the neck of Sita. That's the tender spot. If anybody's after you, like if you're in the wild and you're meeting a bear or a cougar or a bobcat or any of those kind of, with the lynx, and they're after you, you got to cover this. I'm just telling you, next time you go to the wilds, the forest, you got to cover this area, okay? Because that's what they're going to go for. And if they happen to pounce on you, get down, you really have to grab here. You have to get them because they're going to come and. So, anyways, that's where predators go. They go for the neck. And one of our godbrothers, Jayapataka Swami, he was in he was in public, I think it was an airport, this goes back many years, and some maniac came at him with a knife, close to the jugular vein. Fortunately, he survived it. Devotees have to go through nasty stuff sometimes, But, so anyways, she was aggressive. She took the first move, and Lakshman acted very quickly, and he pulled out his dagger. And just like, does anybody know the artist Van Gogh?
Yeah.
Right, he was a little bit, okay? And he cut off his ear and put it in a package and sent it to one of his girlfriends.
What?
Yeah. And then there's a painting of him where he's a self-portrait where he's got his cloth like this. He's the most famous artist in the world. His artwork goes for millions.
It's the one. It's the starting night. The one that there's a big light and
Yeah, that's not the one. I mean, that is his famous picture, and he's got the yellow flower too. But I mean, yeah. So, anyways, she got her ears cut off and her nose. Pretty heavy stuff, right? But she was allowed to live, and then Shurpanaka went off to retaliate, tell her brother, and then get him all excited to retaliate. Okay, so anyways, that's, we're just talking about how the Brijavasi ladies, young girls, were attracted to Krishna and Balaram, and that it was their love life as far as, looking at things, looking at personalities is concerned. They just like to look at somebody, something beautiful, and that's what people tend to do. We like, our eyes are there to behold the things that are attractive, When I came in, I saw there was some nice, very attractive decorations done on the altar. I thought it was very tastefully done, with those sepia tone type images of the Lord's pastimes, Gaura's pastimes. So it's there, every time we have a festival, it's a new decoration. You wonder what they're going to do next, right? And so for the eyes, we wish to see beautiful sights. So for our senses, they love to be gratified. Sights, sounds, smells. Krishna, by the way, has the smell of aguru. It's a beautiful scent. It's really appealing. He smells good. If you ever get liberated or you get pure of heart, and if you get close to him, get close and you'll be able to smell. These are all attractive features of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that everyone can very much enjoy. And so this is I would say this is an amazing chapter. It really fits into Krishna consciousness on the highest level. We're talking about Krishna's flute is being addressed, Krishna's looks are being addressed, and everything about him. His mother made sure that he was looking really good. Like proud mothers, they love their kids to look great. I remember we were looking at some vintage, photos of ourselves, me and my siblings. And when I was a kid, it was common for every little boy to have a sailor suit on. It went like that, the collar went like that. There's like a flap in the back that's kind of squarish. It's very standard. Every mother would dress their boy like that. And in the Nectar of Devotion, let's go back to Krishna now. and she would decorate Krishna every day. It would be something new, just like a deity. Isn't it? One time Prabhupada speaking to Pradyumna's wife, and she was asking about how much time to give to deity worship and how much time to give to the kids. And Prabhupada made it very clear, your children are your deities. Have you ever heard that one? Your children are your deities. So anyways, Yashoda is decorating Krishna, and one of Krishna's buddies comes in. His name is Vishal, and he wants to also help in the decoration of Krishna. And that decoration involves, bracelets, anklets, flowers, of course, dhoti, turban, oftentimes. And what else? Peacock feather. Let's not forget that one. And some kind of shawl or chadar, and maybe something like a sash, around the waist, those kind of things. So Vishal was helping on that, helping Krishna, and Krishna takes his flute and bops him on the head, boop, like that. Just having some fun, Cowherd boys having some fun, playing little pranks on each other. And these are features of the spiritual realm. That's what goes on. People having a good time, people having fun, people looking good. There was a time when, I think maybe 50s, early 60s, people dressed nice, I would say. The early 60s, they dressed fairly nice. Of course, then the miniskirt took over. But the colors were very, let's say, shocking almost. Beautiful colors. You really would stand out. And even hippie girls, they wore dresses, like the dresses that you could buy in India. They wore dresses. But now, more lately, oh my God. You have to see people just on the plane, and this people from all ethnic backgrounds, doesn't matter where. It really is quite pathetic, really. you look, you want to come up to them and say, to some of them, you look like a sack of potatoes. Yeah, it's really, really pathetic. But people dressed with kind of like dignity, you know, like they're proud of themselves. You know, I mean, in a very wholesome way, you know. And perhaps people dressed in such a way it's for comfort, but it really looks bad. When I went to Alaska, Alaska's that state out of the 50 where people are the most casual dressers. I remember I went with Krishnadas and Purnamasi. We went to Alaska, this is about 5 years ago now. And yeah, there was a guy who's just had dirt all over his jacket, on his coat. Like, really? Is that the way? You know? So dressing properly, you know, like Prabhupada also wanted us to look good, you know. He was suggesting like silk, for the boys, saffron, and he wanted the ladies to look nice. Prabhupada went to India to bring back saris, you know that? When he first went out and he came back and he brought stuff for the ladies, he was thinking about the women, his daughters, you know. So think about that, you know. And you know, to be honest with you, a sari looks very elegant, you know, on a girl, and on a boy, I don't know. I question them. But the girls and the guys can look really, really snazzy. You can look like you're part of a fashion show. It just looks really nice. And part of what our movement is all about is about attractiveness. You know? I mean, sometimes we have people who are a little bit hermit types, and their dhotis are really all wrinkled, and, you know, always wrinkled, and you know. But yeah, we're always interacting with the public, isn't it? Even when you spend time here in the temple, people are always coming. So you want to leave a good impression. Impression is really important. It's you know, how you look externally is a reflection of what's going on inside, right? Whatever you're doing outside, it mirrors what's going on inside, right? So that's why we also insist that devotees should be smiling, they should look good, the tilak should look good. I know that's a tough one, you know. I remember on Young Street when I was, the first year I was a devotee, and the police weren't so nice to us in those days. Said, "What's that? You got some bird shit on you?" And we used Fuller's Earth. We didn't have the genuine stuff in those days, in the early days. But I mean, I'm just saying this is, you know, look good. You know, the temple should look good. You should look good. And the prasadam always looks good, like thanks to Dwarkanath, right? So things should be just, you dress nice, you eat nice, you know, everything should look good, it should sound good, it should smell good. And sometimes people donate really bad agarbatti, and I let Brahma know, I just let him, Prabhu, this is going to chase people away. That is probably pig stool. And you know, I mean, there's some bad stuff that comes through the doors, right? Yeah. So let's think about all these things. This chapter and much of this whole canto is all about looking at things that are really, really nice and really, really attractive. So I did go to the Govardhan Eco Village. I spent some days there. I think it was 12 days, something like that. I went for a cleanse. And it's in the mountains. And it's all beautiful and all that. You know, they water everything so that looks good. And, you know, where I stayed was at the Bhajan ashram. And to get there, you have to go through the Goshala. So you're always meeting the cows and the bulls. And that's really quite nice. But you know what? I have to be honest with you. I was missing my raccoons, squirrels, robins, skunks, because even skunks are cute. I was missing they didn't have those things. They had a lot of snakes all over the place. Yeah, so leaving impressions. I went to one temple recently, and I talk about leaving impressions. I went there, and there's a little cheap old table, like a plastic table, with a tilak box. And it's like all messy. On the outside, it was tilak, more on the outside than on the inside. You know, have you seen that before? It looks really bad. We never did that in the old days. We never did that, you know. So if you're going to use it, I'm talking, especially receptionists, like your good self and others, make sure it looks good, looks nice. Yeah. So that's important. So many of our pages from the Bhagavatam are all about things looking nice. Yeah. So what's beautiful for the eyes is kind of key. A key factor in attracting people to Krishna consciousness. So we started a little bit late, and I finished a little bit late in my delivery here. But I think we all get the point here that remarks are made about of Krishna's attractiveness, and one of the meanings of the words of Krishna is attractive, the all-attractive one. The name for Balaram means somebody who has strength, some fortitude, and that was also very attractive when people are very looking strong and physically strong. So both these persons are, and the story of Kubja, I'll finish with that. Kubja was a society lady, and she was bringing some sandalwood to be delivered to Kamsa. And she was, I guess that was her regular service. And so she brought this over there, and then when she saw the two boys, said, "Oh, wait a minute, I think I'll change my mind here. I'll leave the sandalwood for these two guys here." And so that's because the two boys are very attractive, and Kubja did the right thing. There's more about that personality, Kubja, in the 10th canto. We have landed ourselves in a beautiful segment of the Bhagavatam. Can't be beat. There's nothing like it. And we look at all of the major avatars. They're discussed in the Bhagavatam. But most is devoted to Krishna, 10th canto. 9th canto is Ram. We go through everything, every one. That is saying, all the different avatars that are there. Matsya, Kurma is also outlined. But it's Krishna that's given most of the traction here, right? Because there is attraction. He gets the traction too. So thank you very much, Bruce. We'll leave the questions for you to ask. And if anything flares up, let us know. Si, senor.
So, Maharaj, as we know that in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that we are not this body, we are this soul.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Do you know where he says that?
sorry?
Do you know where he says that?
Dehin Asmin Atmadeya?
Uh,
No, not Shiva.
yeah, you can get away with it, yes. In different ways he says it, yes. It's not point blank, he doesn't come out straight and says, you are not that body. He doesn't say. Certainly Prabhupada interprets it that way, the acharyas. And if you look at those verses, like the one you're quoting from chapter 2, yes, we get it. There's a shell and there's the real thing. The real McCoy is Krishna, or the soul. And then, of course, there's the shell, the body. Yep.
But we do have to dress nicely as a devotees to
Yeah.
attract people. But where should we draw boundary that, oh, okay, we are doing this for sense gratification?
Well, you're also dressing nice for Krishna, right? Not just the public. You're dressing nice before the deities. After all, they're dressing nice, so can't we just return the favor? Why should we look like slobs? The Lord and his consort are looking very beautiful. Why should we be a bunch of slobs? Right? How do you... Sorry, I just have to pick on you all the time. It's so fun, and he takes it so well, isn't he? He takes it so well. So draw the line. I think that, dress in such a way that Krishna will be pleased. You don't have to dress sensually, because that, I've seen that kind of thing go on, I've seen that kind of thing. People showing too much skin or something like that. It's not necessary. Or the pleat at the back is tucked in by the boys, so much so that the cheeks are tight. And then, the other girls go, ooh. No, so, you just have to understand that you have to respect each other, and don't let it go in a strange direction. We're not for sensuality. We're not for that. We're just for tasteful presentation. Is that okay? We stick with that word, tasteful. Okay, that answers
Yes,
it all right?
Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
I like the point, how you are representing outside is reveals who you are from inside.
Yeah.
That's the point is really
Mhm. Yeah, like even something so much as like in Miami, the devotees were so caught up in their services, they didn't look after the front lawn. It was all overgrown and things like that, and Prabhupada is looking. Everyone else on the street has a nice lawn. You know, why can't we have a lawn that's nice like that? After all, it's Krishna's house. It should be the best, right? So he's very much into externals. He also didn't like for devotees to walk around barefoot. Barefoot, you know, I mean, unless if you're in your bedroom or something, it's a different, but not on the street. You don't like us to go barefoot. Yes, please.
I would like to appreciate your thoroughness in what you are speaking. You already demonstrated today morning. As soon as we were in the temple, we were looking at the frames, 90-degree slips. And
Oh, yes. After a festival, myself and Pradeep helps me with that. So, Pradeep, could you straighten them out? Yeah.
Tulsi books are kept on the, after Tulsi, everything, this way we made it
Yeah,
straight and
it means a lot. I mean,
small.
like if you go to places like in Europe, everything is so set so nicely, you know, so perfectly done. Architecturally, everything looks so beautiful. Every building is like a masterpiece. So it's those old things. Of course, there's a lot of corruption behind all of that stuff. But yeah, things should be nice, tastefully done. Like Prabhupada always used that word nice. He said it so many times. Everything should be done nicely.
When my Guru Maharaj, his own Swami, we were serving Krishna lunch at University of Chicago. And then the lid was there and there was little bit of curry was on the lid. So as soon as he walked in, immediately asked for a tissue and asked us to clean that.
Oh, yeah.
It should look paka, very clean.
Paka,
Nobody
yeah.
should feel we are kind of.
Yeah, some of the best places where you can get, where things look good is at a funeral home. At a funeral home, they got all the right colors. They bring in professionals and make all the right colors, the right kind of pictures that fit in there, things that will sort of calm you down. And so, yeah, they got it right. The layout is just perfect, you know. So whenever we do something for Krishna, we should also be thinking like that. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary at Place des Arts, whatever there, in Montreal. We got a spot there, and we brought in Prahlad. There's a very famous New Age singer. He's from Greece, but he's kind of speaks French and all that. He's got a big following, so he came. Anyways, there's a lady who came, kind of like the, what would you call the control, you know, quality control person. And so devotees have put all kinds of different colors back on the background. You know, we had built a stage, and kirtan was going on in this really snazzy, you know, place in Montreal. And I said, why did you do these colors? You know, why don't you just have one main color, and then everything shows up. All the artists show up much better, you know. So she was right. She was absolutely right. You know, too much multicolor gets so busy, you know. And that's what I find when people just set up a temple in their home, and it's just so busy. Who's who and what's what on there? You know? Like it's just too much. I know in one of our city temples, the community, everyone's got small apartments, and half of the apartment is taken up by an altar, and not tastefully done. I just want to say that. You know? When it comes to the cooking, yes, Indian cuisine, my God, you can't beat it. It's better than Italian food. I mean, really, it's just looks so great. When it comes to altars and just sometimes it's overly done. One devotee and that goes in what's the name of the place? It's where the mountains are in the States. What's the name of the state there? Before you get to California and Nevada.
Portland, Oregon?
No, keep going. No, not that far west. No, where the mountains, what?
I don't know.
No, not the potato place. No. No,
It's
no,
more
that's, no, it's a little more mid-range. How can I can't remember? No, that's where the Cowboys are, no. Hmm?
Arizona?
No, getting close.
Grand Canyon.
Nevada?
No, no,
Vegas?
what?
Nevada?
No, not Nevada.
Yes.
No! Which,
Wyoming? Washington?
no,
We've covered all of them.
oh, you didn't, you're doing what? Arkansas? No,
Missouri, Iowa,
Oklahoma.
Minnesota,
Phoenix?
keep going. No, not this.
Wisconsin,
No,
Illinois,
New Mexico?
no,
Mississippi, Tennessee,
huh?
Tennessee,
Tennessee, no, that's too far on the eastern side.
Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota,
North Dakota, South Dakota?
Wyoming,
Minnesota?
No,
Iowa?
no.
Arkansas?
When they legalized marijuana, 100,000 people moved there all in 1 year.
Denver?
Montana,
Denver! Denver, Colorado, yeah. So the temple president there, the first time I went to visit, says, so Maharaj, what do you think about the pictures on the walls here in the temple? Because like he moved in with his wife and everything. And he said, well, yeah, that's interesting. Colors are a little bit on the dark side, you know. And I said, there's a theme here. In every picture, Krishna clubbers a demon. And I say for, you know, like Denver type people, you gotta go a little bit like groovy, you gotta be a little bit peaceful. So you have to really think about what the public is gonna see, right? So that's why I always insist on the garbage has to go. You can't have these things here. And they keep coming back, but you gotta put them away. One thing about over on Eco Village, no traffic, no trash, no trauma. So beautiful, you know, and they have a way of, you know, like recycling the plastics and everything that's there. I don't see any garbage there. It's unlike the rest of the country. It's beautiful. Okay, so it is important, you know, that things should look good, and you should look good. You should look happy. And, yeah, your clothes need to be nice, because it's the public, you know.
I'm so.
If you're gonna live in the forest, then it's a different story. Yes?
No, sorry, I spoke, like, I thought out loud. I was
Okay.
just happy to have this.
Do you want to let us know what you were thinking about?
No, because it was so nice when you confirmed that, like, when you look good, you're looking good for Krishna as well.
Yeah.
So, like, whenever I go in front of the mirror and I'm like, oh, Krishna.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for, like, making me, like, look
Yeah.
beautiful today. And then, like, it's for him. So it's like, I just got a confirmation, so it really.
Yeah, well, that's good, yeah. Yeah, we're doing it for him. That's the other thing, not just the public. We're doing it for, and just to reflect, to say what, I have some self-pride. And so I will, let's say, exhibit it like that. It's not to show off. It's just to say, I just want it to be decent. I want to be proper. I want to look proper, tasteful, not sexy, none of that kind of stuff. We're just talking about there's a difference between, big line of a difference between the two. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, really, if we're in the forest somewhere, you can wear rags, but here we are in the public, and we're always in the public. Just whether you go for a walk through the park, or people coming for Govindas or coming for darshan, we want to leave a good impression. Oh, the deities are so nice, and the people there are so nice. They're smiling at the desk, and all that kind of stuff. And they look like really, they're smart, like smart, dressed smart. Or there's a word, you can look it up, spiffy. Spiffy. Have you ever heard that before? Spiffy.
Just one little last thing. I want to give you an example. So yesterday, I invited a new person to
Okay.
the temple. And before getting there, she was saying, if I want to see which God is the best or which God works, I have to see his devotees, like to see who are the people that are following them.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what you said was exactly correct.
Like, see, if you see nice kids, they're dressed well, they're well behaved, you can know that their parents are gonna be decent people, right? Yeah, okay, so here we are.
So this is the.
Yeah,
There's like a.
there's a little Yamuna river that they created, you go there
Yeah, they
for
have
the
that
art at night. Okay, Bruce, so I guess that's it.